Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to look at linking. This is the ability that you have within an HTML document to connect to external content, to connect to another document, to connect to another video, to connect to other data. This is really the powerful engine with which the web works. There's really one basic tag that gives you all of that power, as you can see it here in this table, the href plus the URL or the address of where you're trying to link. The rest of them give you some convenient ways of linking within the document and addressing email. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started and look at some of these. We'll start off here by creating a link to a page. Let's go ahead and start our tag href, and we will link to MIT. This is the address for the MIT page. We'll go ahead and close this tag, and we will give it a descriptor. This will be MIT. This is really all it takes to create a link. Let's go ahead and load this page onto our browser. And you can see here that we have the link. If we mouse over, you should see there at the bottom of the browser the address to which we're connecting. If I click on it, you can see there that the page from MIT has loaded. So similarly, we could make another link. In this case, we will link to W3C. The address for that is this, W3C. If we save this and reload the page, we can see there that we have one more link. At the bottom of the browser, you will see the new address. If I click on it, you can see there that the new page has loaded. Now, as I mentioned at the opening, it's also convenient to be able to link to an email or to link within the document, especially when you have a lot of content. So let's go ahead and show that you begin with href as before, except that you prefix the email with mail to, colon, and then in this case I will use my address. I will then close the tag and write able or email able and close my tag. Save the document, reload the page. Well, let's go ahead and give ourselves a line return so we can have that on a new line. Let's go ahead and reload, and you can see here that it says email able. If I mouse over, down at the bottom it says mail to able@mit.edu, and if I were to click on this, it would link to the email that is, or to the program that's handling email within my OS. So I'm not going to demonstrate that. I'll leave that up to you. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to link to content within the page, and this is especially useful when you have very big documents. You create an anchor for the text that you're interested in linking to, and then you create a link to that anchor. And so I'm going to go ahead and, because I want to demonstrate large content, I'm going to go ahead and grab some content that I've created beforehand and paste it onto this page. So this is really just a long list of paragraphs with anchors specified in them. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the top. These are the links that we did before in the email. And now you'll see here that I have defined an anchor. This is a name and an anchor name that I will use later to link to. And then I do that at the beginning of each of these blocks of text. You can see here, this one's called authoring. If I go forward, this one's called guidance, activity, and support. Now I'm going to go ahead and specify the links to that content. I'm going to start off with the one for support. Let me go ahead and grab that. And you can see there that the link starts off with the pound sign, and that's a standard within the language. So if we go ahead and save this and reload the page, you can see there that now we have a lot more content within the page and a link to the anchor called support. So that is down here. We should see it down at the bottom. And when I click on this, it should take me to that paragraph. If I click on it, I link directly to support. Now we could do the same thing for the rest of the sections, and I will leave that up to you so that you can prove to yourself that this in fact works, that you can connect to the anchors within the document. I'll also ask you to go ahead and create some links and connect to external websites. If you happen to be offline, that won't work, but you can test the anchors even if you are offline. So with that, I'll go ahead and stop and simply recap. The basic mechanism for creating links is the one that you see here on line 2. All you need is an address that you can connect to, and you want to give it a descriptor so that you can click on it as you see here. In addition to that, we saw how to connect to an email or specify an email on the page, as you see here. And then we showed how to link within the page that we're looking at. And we do that using anchors. The link that we provide to the anchor starts with the £, as you can see here. So with that, go ahead and construct a page for yourself. Make sure you can replicate the functionality that I've shown you and enjoy it. Have some fun. Goodbye.